All right, welcome everyone to day 6 of Unit 3. Today we're going to continue our discussion on macromolecules. Hopefully you were able to get a little bit of knowledge and background knowledge about macromolecules from your Intro to Macromolecules reading assignment. That was assigned to you last class period right after the quiz, and hopefully you were able to get that done. Just a reminder that that assignment is now due in Canvas, so make sure that you get that turned in right away, and make sure that it is not late in the gradebook. All right, and moving forward, what we're going to do today is learn, like I said, a little bit more about macromolecules, and hopefully you were able to watch this Amoeba Sisters video and take down notes on macromolecules. If you have not done that yet, make sure you are going to do that right now. You can open up the notes in today's agenda. Where can you find the notes? Right here where it says click here to open the video notes PDF. That's what you're going to open up. It looks like this down here on the bottom left. And then the video, you can play it, or you can straight from the slide, or you can look it up on YouTube and make sure you're taking notes about the macromolecules. All right, what we're going to do today, after you've watched this video, is move on to a jigsaw activity. And what is a jigsaw activity? Well, this is where you're going to become an expert in one particular field of something that we're learning. So in this case, it's going to be a macromolecule. And I am going to assign you into what's called an expert group and a macromolecule to become an expert in. And so you're going to sit with certain people in your class, and you're all going to become almost like an expert on your one macromolecule. You're going to research and make a slide. You're going to work together with your group to research and make a macromolecule slide. And each person in that expert group will need to make a slide and basically share what you've learned. And then once you've become an expert in that one macromolecule, you'll then go into a mixed group. And that mixed group will have one representative from each macromolecule. And then you're going to share with each other what you've learned from your macromolecule. So the way this is going to look is you're going to find the assignment, the Jigsaw assignment in today's agenda. There's going to be a link for a Google Doc that you can download. You're going to make a copy, but you're going to change the name of that Google Doc to have your name plus your macromolecule. So for instance, if your name is John and you had carbohydrates, your project would be called John Carbohydrates. Okay. You can share this with me. This is my email that you can share it. There's a share button right in Google Docs that you can click. And then just type in my email. You should be able to find me, just to make sure that I want to see that you're putting in some effort and some work into becoming an expert in this macromolecule. Then with your expert group, you're going to work together to find the information needed to create a slide on your macromolecule. So all the information will be found here. Basically, there's a template. I'm going to show you a bigger version of it on the next slide here, which has all the things that I am looking for. Resources can be found in the Canvas assignment page, or you can simply use Google to find all the resources. And then each person in the group will create their own slide. And then when everyone is done, you want to swap with someone in your group to use the rubric on slide 3 to check your work. So basically, what this is going to look like is the first part is you're going to be in your expert group, and you're going to fill in all of this information. You're going to have your name and then what macromolecule type you have. And then you're going to have a drawing of your monomer right here, the building blocks, alternative names, and relevant root words here, and then some examples in our bodies and where we can find this stuff in our diet. So you'll have about 25 minutes in your expert group to come up with all of this information and to fill it out on this slide. After that 25 minutes, the first part of class, you're going to get into your expert groups, and then you're going to learn all about the other three other forms of macromolecules. So you have carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. If you, for instance, are doing carbohydrates, like if your name is John and you're doing carbohydrates, you don't necessarily have to fill all this information in the carbohydrates part, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to do that. You're encouraged to do that, just to keep this all on one page as a good organizer. But the key thing is once you get into your mixed groups, you want to be able to get all the information for proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. Whatever content you're missing is basically what you want to look forward to. Okay, so what are the groups that we're going to get into? Basically, if you're in period 2, these are all the groups. And you can pause here if you'd like to see which groups you're in and the carbohydrate that you're going to be an expert in. You can kind of see that you sit somewhat close to the people around you, so hopefully you don't have to move too far. I try to make these groups so that you didn't have to move around in your expert groups. And again, you'll have 25 minutes here. This is for period 2. Period 6, here are your groups. Again, pause here if you need to see what groups you're in. The sub will do a 25-minute countdown. After 25 minutes, you will then get into your expert group. So in your expert groups, you're encouraged to sit at the lab tables, or you can sit at the white tables if you'd like. And then each group will have one representative from each nucleic acid. There are in both classes, in period 2 and in period 6, just because we have one person short in each class, like it wasn't divisible evenly by 4. Group 3, you'll have to find someone else from the nucleic acids to get info. So that's going to be anyone here, like Braxton or Leo or Adrian, Jasper, Diana. Any of those people will have information on nucleic acids. And same thing with period 6. Period 6, you also need to find someone from nucleic acids to get your info, because we ran out of numbers in the classes. 23 of you, not 24, so it wasn't evenly divisible. So you'll have to find someone from nucleic acids in the expert groups to find your information, or just find it from someone else. All right, so again, expert groups, period 2, you're going to start here, period 6, and then here are your mixed groups. Period 2, here are your mixed groups, and then period 6, here are your mixed groups.